boys and girls. It is Marvelous Monday, April the 28th, the year 2020. And today in reading or literacy, we are going to revisit a couple of things. We're going to talk about the weather again, and we are also going to talk about the seasons. But today's essential question, the magic question is, how can you stay safe in bad weathers? So some of the things that we're going to identify, we're going to identify and make real life connections between words and their uses. So we're going to make connections to the weather, how we understand it, or the seasons. We're also going to identify the different types of bad weather. We're going to also confirm an understanding of the text read aloud by answering a couple of questions and also creating our own questions about things that we want to know about the bad weather. We'll also be going to work on some phonics word today. We're going to isolate, pronounce the initial sounds in words. We're going to work on the letter E today. That's going to be our letter for the week. And we're going to identify some question words and create sentences using those question words. So in other words, we're going to create questions. You know what to do. You're going to click on the speaker so you can hear the directions and hear my voice. Let's get started. So we start every lesson with reviewing some of the vocabulary that you may hear today. One word that we're going to talk about is the word safe. That means that you're not in danger. Prepared is the next word. That means you get ready for something, like preparing for a test. You study for a test. Storm. The word storm is a violent disturbance of the atmosphere with strong winds and usually rain, thunder, and lightning, and snow. So a storm can be a snowstorm, or it can be a thunderstorm, or an ice storm. There's various types of storms. Thunder is a loud rumbling noise heard right after you hear the flash or the crash of lightning. Lightning is the natural electrical discharge in the sky between clouds during a storm. And then the wind is the movement of the air. We talked about that. We learned about that last week. And finally, rain is the moisture that comes from the air that falls visibly in drops from the sky or the clouds. So we're going to start off our lesson with a poem on the weather. Whether the weather is the title of this poem. Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, well, whether the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. Can you guess two words that sound the same? You are correct. There's the word weather, which means either or when you're comparing two things, and the word weather, which is the conditions of the air outside. So those are two words that sound the same but mean something different. Those are called homonyms. Homonyms are words that sound the same but mean different things. And we're going to talk about that on the next slide. Let's talk about this poem a little. Did you see or hear anywhere in the poem where it said, no matter what the weather was, it was okay? Let me look back in the text. And you can ask an elder or a sister or a grandma to read the poem to you so you can hear it again, or you can play it again, either way. I'm looking at the poem and I see, I'm going to start, it's the fifth line down, and it says, well, whether the weather, whatever the weather. So it did say, it's going to be okay, whatever the weather. Now I'm looking for in the text where it says the weather, that it tells me about the weather. Let me see. Third line down it says, whether the weather be cold and whether the weather be hot. That is telling me the conditions of the weather. Did you guess that this poem is about the weather? So on the previous slides, we learned about a type of word called homonyms. And homonyms are words that sound alike but have different meanings. So we heard about weather and the word weather. And so I'm giving you a couple of examples of homonyms on this page. And so in red, we have the words flu and flu. The first one is flu when you get sick and you don't feel very well. The partner to flu that sounds the same is the word flew. The bird flew over my head. The second set of words are in blue, and they're hay and hay. The first word is hay, the type of grass that's dried out that animals eat. The second word, hay, is a greeting where you say, hey. The next set of words are in purple, and they are hi and hi. The first word, hi, is when you greet someone, you say hi or hello, but hi. The second word that sounds like hi is high, like how high can you jump? The fourth set of words are in green. The first word is new and the second word is new. The first new means like I have a brand new coat and I love my brand new coat. The second word new means that I knew Mama Renee loved me, because that's true. And the last set of homonyms are in pink, and they're need and need. Need, the first need is when you really want something. Like, I need a hug from my babies. I miss them so much. And the second word, need, is need as in if you're kneading dough when you make bread.